Hi friends and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Christina and I'm a fifth year medical student who is passionate about you living your best life in medical school. We don't gatekeep on this channel and I love sharing all my tips and tricks, study advice, medical student life and everything in between. So if you're interested in joining the family, please hit the subscribe button down below. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing how you can balance your personal life with medical school. Yes, it is possible to have a life outside of medical school, and this is a question that you ask me a lot over on my Instagram. If you're not following me, please go follow me. I answer every single DM as well as do Q&As to get feedback on what questions you need answers to. Medical school can be very overwhelming for a myriad of reasons. It's really important that we're taking care of ourselves and maintaining a healthy work-life balance. We can't be all work and no play. We need to have a balance. First, we want to create a schedule. For those of you who have been on the channel for some time, you know I love a schedule, I love organization. Schedules help you stay organized and make sure that we're devoting adequate time to different areas of our lives. You can use a daily planner like this one. I will link it down below. This is the one that I use every single day to plan out my life, or an app like Google Calendar to schedule your time effectively. Remember to allocate for hobbies, friends and family, as well as rest. In your schedule, put down important dates and deadlines, as well as study topics that you want to address. It's important to remember when creating your schedule that you want to be realistic about the amount of time that you allocate to each activity. Don't give yourself just 30 minutes for coffee with friends. As you know, it tends to go on a little bit longer than that, as well as don't block out 8 hours of a study session because that's just not realistic. Putting everything into time blocks will help you feel less overwhelmed, as well as give direction on where your day is going so you can maximize your efficiency. Next, you want to practice self-care. Medical school is extremely stressful, which means we really want to be taking care of our emotional, physical and mental health, and including activities such as exercise, meditation, journaling, or even learning a new hobby like cooking, baking, reading, whatever you're interested in. Self-care also includes setting boundaries, practicing gratitude, and avoiding burnout. When you're setting boundaries, you want to make sure that you clearly communicate needs to others. Practicing gratitude helps us stay positive and focus on the good things that are happening in our lives. And avoiding burnout means taking breaks when you need them and prioritizing rest and recovery. Learn to say no. It's easy to get overwhelmed by every single thing that we need to do within our personal lives as well as medical school, but it's important to learn to say no. You don't have to be everywhere every time doing all the things. It is okay to pick and choose what you get yourself involved with. You don't have to accept every single invitation or opportunity that comes your way. You don't need to attend every single workshop every single weekend. It's okay to say no and set healthy boundaries for yourself. Feeling overwhelmed or stressed, it's okay to say no to certain activities and prioritize either studying or self-care. For me, for example, when it's coming up to exam season, I like to focus most of my time on studying. So I will say no to certain family events or friend events because I know that I want to dedicate myself to my studies. Because otherwise I'm going to go to these events and just feel stressed that I'm not studying. However, if it's during the semester and there's no important studying activities that I need to do, then I will say yes to more friend and family events because I know that I can go and enjoy them without in the back of my mind wondering, I need to do this, 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 and this. It's important to be honest with yourself and understand when you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed and identify what is causing you to feel overwhelmed and stressed. That way you can clearly set boundaries and say no assertively when it's not serving you or your interests. Next is find a study group. Studying with a friendship group is a great way to stay focused as well as spend some time with friends. Learning from others and gaining new perspectives is really important in our growth as an individual as well as a future doctor. Being in a study group allows you to be open to new ideas as well as learning in different ways and helps you practice your communication skills as well as your punctuality because you need to be respectful of other people's time. It's important to prioritize sleep. We all know that sleep is essential for our health and well-being, and studies also show that information is retained better when we get adequate amounts of sleep, as well as we have increased performance throughout the day when our body has had a good period of rest and relaxation. Normally you should try to get between 7 to 8 hours of sleep. However, everyone is different, so it's important to get the right amount of sleep that is specific for you. Some people function well off 4 to 5 hours, others need 8 to 10 hours, or somewhere in between. So be honest with yourself. Think about how much sleep you need to feel refreshed in the morning and try, if you can, get that amount of sleep each night on a consistent sleep schedule. One way to help you within your sleeping schedule is to create a bedtime routine. So what I like to do is have a relaxing sleep environment. I avoid using electronic devices if I can before I go to bed, as well as avoiding any form of caffeine or alcohol before bed to ensure that I get a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Taking breaks is important to recharge and refocus throughout the day. It's important that when we're studying, that every hour or so we get up, take a walk, stretch our legs, make a cup of tea, just something to take a break from that mental focus. Something that's really important is when you're taking a break, don't stress about the work that you're doing while taking that break. You want to practice mindfulness and give your brain a moment to rest and relax. What I like to do is I like to go out onto my balcony and I just look at the plants and the trees and enjoy the sunshine on my face for a few minutes, and then I go back in and carry on studying. Those few minutes of mindfulness really helps center me and helps me balance myself when I need to go back into studying. Lastly, having a mentor can be incredibly beneficial as a medical student. A mentor can provide guidance and support as they've been through the same journey that we've been through and will have really good insights on how to tackle and navigate certain complications that come up along the medical school journey. I would really try to find a mentor that has the same interests and goals as you, but also be respectful of that mentor's time. Remember, they also have an entire life happening on their side, so try be mindful of that. Mentors are able to give you good feedback and support. I highly suggest maybe asking a senior in or upper year in your university, or even a doctor that you look up to, if they wouldn't mind being your mentor. I hope that you're able to incorporate some of these tips into your personal and professional life to find balance. If you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, or just want to say hi, please feel free to comment down below and I will respond to you. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. I'll see you in the next video.